And this is BBC One.
Is there a loved one whose silent sleep you would disturb?
Oh, Mummy!
Violet Moon's family is catching up with her.
You've met Violet before?
I wouldn't have recognized her. But her eyes. I'd know those eyes anywhere.
The sister she betrayed.
Oh, God. It says she killed her own mother. Lillian, she's a murderer.
But she said it was an accident.
The grandson she didn't know she had.
What was it? Quick as your father behind the marquee?
It was too long ago. Claire's my sister, and I don't want anyone thinking I want to hurt her.
The daughter-in-law she resents.
Someone left Sammy's Ouija board on the top stair.
Sam?
What, me? Just where someone was bound to trip over it.
And the stepmother she hated.
We were all right, me and my daddy, until you two came along. Your mother was a mucky strumpet, and she got what was coming to her.
It worked perfectly, didn't it, Violet? Got me put away for 60 years, you did. You killed my mommy.
The sleeper continues.
Here on BBC Radio Devon, and a very Merry Christmas to you. Now, if you're one of the Dartmoor families suffering from power cuts this morning, be brave. Devon Electricity tell us their emergency crews will have everyone back online just as soon as they can.
Just a minute.
So, that's the good news.
Brave. Jolly, calm.
When did Count Marks have a family?
Since the day before yesterday.
You should have told me about this silly trip of hers last night. Dirty little stop-out. Quiet ones are always the worst. Good God, as if I'm good enough to worry about. Mr. Tarbuck himself's coming for Christmas lunch. You have both been extremely silly old women.
If it's gone out, I'll emigrate. It's going great guns. Don't know why you don't use it more often.
Oh, give me a nice electric oven with self-cleaning panels any day.
No electricity, no turkey.
Exactly.
We could have had cheese and onion sandwiches. Oh, Claire.
That was riddling.
Merry Christmas, Violet.
No, I'll do it. Oh, it's cleaning too. Always clean the stove once a week without fail.
Well, you're a saint and no mistake.
No call to be pert, Claire. She hasn't made Fergus's breakfast yet. That turkey hasn't gone in either.
Try and cut a bit of slack, Violet.
She wants to watch herself, your sister, or some other little minx will have her husband off her.
Uncle Fergus, can I have some milk, please? You know, when I was younger, I really wanted to be a farmer.
What's it now, then?
A particle physicist. Don't mind, do you?
I wanted to be an architect.
Go on in and get your breakfast, Sam. Okay.
Happy Christmas, darling.
Happy Christmas. So, have you told your mother yet?
I've mentioned it to her. Don't go on about it.
Well,
heroic attempts are being made by your women folk to get your Christmas dinner on the table. Me and Diana versus the evil old bag.
Come on, Claire. She's just a harmless old lady.
Mom? You all right?
Yeah.
Come and get some breakfast.
So she hasn't seen this sister of hers since...
1938.
Miss Mark's been in and out of hospital all her life.
That would be...
Oh, psychiatric hospitals, of course, Sergeant, yeah. Sugar?
None for me. 3 for him.
Bus stop last night.
Dangerous at all, would you say? Well, there's no suspicion she might have, done herself a mischief.
Look, Sergeant, imagine you've had no family for 60 years. Then yesterday you find out you've got a sister. And there's a baby grandchild and everything. And it's Christmas. Well, off you trot, don't you? Have to be better than sticking round here.
Oh, thank you very much.
She's how old?
73.
In good health.
Oh, yes, excellent. Well...
But there's no address for this family of hers.
Oh, it was Lower something farm on Dartmoor. Well, that's all I can remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go. Ooh, thanks, Di. Needed that. Sure you don't want one? No, thanks. Bit later, maybe.
No alcohol for me, thank you.
Cheap and cheerful as usual. I know, we could always have packet bread sauce. Come on, Claire. Where's your Dunkirk spirit?
You officers?
Mrs. Violet Moon?
Yes.
Some sort of problem, Sergeant?
Oh, this is my son, Fergus Moon.
I'm Sergeant Pollard from Paynton. This is Constable Browning.
We're looking for this lady, sir, the larger one of the two.
No, I don't recognize either of them.
Her name is Miss Catherine Marks. She went missing last night. Apparently, she's your mother's sister.
She hasn't got a sister.
I was always an only child.
You won't mind if we take a look round then?
Not at all.
I'll go with them, son.
Guided tour now. Oh, why don't you invite your new friends in? We love a man in uniform.
Mad old lady's supposed to have come up here last night.
What? Another mad old lady?
Matching pair.
No lady claiming to be Mum's sister.
Your mum hasn't got a sister, has she?
Claire! Are you all right? Are you all right?
No, fine, no, fine.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh.
I'm glad you think it's funny. Because if I hadn't been wearing these glasses, you'd be scraping hot chestnuts out of my eyes. You're supposed to prick them, Di. They have to be pricked all over.
Sorry. A little Tibet. Here, let me do that. There you go. That's better. Isn't it?
Grandma was a farmer's wife. Fantastic cook. Cooked all the food you're not allowed to eat anymore. Cholesterol City.
Things aren't what they used to be. Isn't that right, Mrs. Moon? Take another look at the photograph, Mrs. Moon. You sure you don't recognize her?
No, sorry.
Mrs. Moon? Miss Raylan? You want to tell your son to get it seen to? Come on, you. Mrs. Moon, we're all done.
I was just saying to Fergus, shouldn't they be sending out search parties or something? I mean, if some mad old lady came staggering up here last night in all that weather.
But surely we'd have heard a car, wouldn't we?
The car did stop at the top of the lane. I saw the headlights.
You're supposed to blot them now.
I beg your pardon?
You know, tissue. Mwah, mwah.
Ah. Well, Lillian, police went to that farm you told them about. Middle of nowhere, apparently.
And?
And nothing.
They couldn't find her.
Family there had never heard of her. I have my doubts about Cass. Borderline dementia, if you ask me.
Kath never came back last night, and now the police have been to wherever it was she went, and she wasn't there. They met Violet, and Violet said she didn't know her.
You coming in for a mince pie?
It's my fault she went there. Now I'm going to get her back. Well, you coming, or what?
The dead have arisen.
Merry Christmas.
God, Johnny, you really can sleep for England, you know.
I suppose breakfast's out of the question.
I've just
Come
made
on,
a
Dad,
fresh
we've been waiting hours. Let's open the presents.
That'd be lovely,
Dad.
Mrs. Moon. It's dark in here.
Give me my present.
Power's
Dad.
not still off, is it?
Don't worry.
Hurry up.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Right, who's first?
Merry Christmas, John.
Oh,
Put them all up here.
This woman, Catherine Marks. You're sure that name doesn't ring any bells?
Oh, thanks, Dad.
That's all right, Sam.
It's just odd, isn't it, that she'd tell people she's your sister if she's never even met you?
Oh, I meet all sorts of odd people in my line of work. People who get funny ideas.
So you're saying that you might have met her after all?
No, never met her.
Bloody well does it on purpose.
Down, Claire, it was an accident.
But she could have scalded Rosie.
Yes, it was an accident. Yeah, it's over now.
No, it's not.
Merry Christmas.
You want to get yourself back to the home, Miss Kessel. You're in danger of missing your Christmas dinner.
If you didn't find my friend, you can't have looked properly.
Why don't we just take a seat for a minute, eh? The lady we spoke to told us she didn't have a sister.
You sure you saw Violet Moon?
and her son, the farmer. Miss Kessel, they both confirmed Mrs. Moon is an only child.
You showed her the picture?
Yes.
And she didn't recognize Kath?
The thing you might not know, Sergeant, is Violet and Kath lost touch 60 years ago because...
Shh. Because?
Because Violet's father married Kath's mother, who fell off the battlements of a castle, and she was accused of pushing her. And she didn't, you see. It was an accident. But she got the blame anyway and ended up in prison for murder.
Kath, not Violet.
I said Kath.
And it wasn't prison, Sergeant. It was a hospital.
Miss Castle, are you sure your friend doesn't have, what shall we say, a particularly active imagination?
She wasn't making it up. And let go of my hand, you patronizing creep. Come on.
If we go back now, we can put the cape on in the oven and still be eating in front of the Queen. Roast potatoes, Brussels sprouts. Got a blue nun in the fridge.
That sergeant fancies himself something rotten. I'm going to show him.
One of them luxury Christmas puddings with real brandy butter.
Wait, George. Think...
What?
No. That picture. That picture. The police took up to the farm.
What about it?
It had me in as well. Me who's been joining hands with Violet Moon to conjure the spirit world for the best part of 5 years.
So it wasn't only Kath she denied knowing, it was you as well. Come on.
I don't know how to work this. This piece is always missing.
You're suggesting my mother has murderous intent towards you. Do you realise how bonkers that makes you sound? For God's sake, Claire, she's just a harmless old lady.
I'm getting fed up of hearing that one, Fergus. Sherry?
No, thanks.
Auntie Claire, you needed downstairs.
All right. Won't be a minute.
Oh, Sam, that looks lovely. Haven't you got a lovely eye? Artistic, don't you? You get that from your mother, I expect. Nothing very artistic about our side of the family, I'm afraid.
This was going off on its own.
Yes, it does that. Can you fix it for me, Fergus?
Oh, Fergus, don't start fiddling with that thing now. Not in the middle of all this cooking. Did you want something, Sam?
Turkey needs basting.
Does it feel hot in here to anybody?
Hardly, darling. They are a bit pink. Maybe it's the sherry. Do you know what, Fergus? I think this might be worth something.
Not in its present.
Got memories, that box has.
What did you fix up? What did you fix up?
The wife's magnificent troublemaker in her prime, that woman. Spent 6 months in a tent on Greenham Common. You'd have liked her, Lil.
Lillian?
I don't know when I last took it out.
It'll enjoy a little run then.
Come on, everybody!
Silly cow.
The wife did all that. Sparking plugs, alternators, everything. Much better than me at all that stuff, she was.
Well, back up, George. Look, we got here.
How do you know the neighbour's in?
She's not. My son, the accountant's coming in a minute. I'm spending Christmas with my son, the accountant.
Why are you talking like that?
Because she did.
No, Lillian.
I thought you liked magnificent troublemakers.
I said I married one. I didn't say I liked them. Maybe the sentence will be community service. Gardening for old age pension or something like that. I mean real old age pensioners.
How you doing? I'm all right. Oh, what's all this?
It's Violet's. She left it in the attic. Said she didn't have room for it in the bungalow.
So you're going through Violet's old family album. Why exactly?
Looking for a secret sister. I mean, what do you think?
Violet hasn't changed much, has she? Why does she frighten you so much?
Di, she wants to get rid of me.
Smells all right to me.
She did have quite a few. Stress, I believe you young people call it.
Look, she left the Ouija board on the stairs. She dropped tea all over me, and I think she put something in my sherry.
Oh, Claire, you'll be telling me next I forgot to put the chestnuts on purpose. This was Violet's room, wasn't it?
Her room, her house, her farm, her son.
God, that's a beautiful view.
Well, you can see why she feels the strain.
These are lovely and cold.
Well, of course, with Diana being here and Sam.
I'd be a lot happier if the two most important women in my life would try a bit harder to get on together.
Well, she says you weren't planning on having another baby.
Can't afford the one we've got.
Oh, Fergus, you must have a son. Otherwise, there'll be no chance of saving the farm.
Come on, Mum, you read the newspapers, you know the situation. We're running at a loss. I'm destroying my male cows now because it costs too much even to get them to market.
What you need is more investment, more money coming in, more support.
What do you think Claire's doing information technology for? The good of her health? Come next year, she's going to be back at work full time.
She'll still only be a secretary. Sam, dinner's ready, my sweet. Now, Diana, she brings on money. She's a proper businesswoman. I mean, look at her lovely clothes. She's so competent and beautiful, too. I mean, she is beautiful, isn't she? She doesn't know why she married that fool, Jonna. She told me so herself. And she's got Sam. I mean, that's your future. Your son, Sam.
Don't ever let me hear you say anything like that again. I mean it, Mum. I don't want you causing trouble in the family.
Well, I just want what's best for you.
Mum, Claire is my wife. Rosie is my daughter.
Oh, I love Rosie. You know I do.
Why don't you show it a bit more, then?
I'm not asking you to be best friends with Claire. Just try to be a bit more of a grandmother to Rosie.
All right, son. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Champagne! Fantastic.
Spanish fizz, actually.
Starving. Turkey's looking better, Fergus.
Claire not coming down.
Anything I can do, Mrs. Wren?
Take those vegetables there. Sam, take this gravy on, will you, lad?
All right, in we go.
Jono, you can like a
Yes, dear. Come on, Sam, hurry up. Gravy on the table.
You'll have missed your dinner.
Oh, hours ago. You get dinner here at the time normal people are having their 11s.
Want a fig roll?
No.
What magic plan are you hatching now?
Going to need a better car.
Anyone but Valerie's.
Bit of a sardine can, yes. But I know where she keeps her keys. Oh.
Ignorant git. Pardon my French. Anyone think he owned the bloody road?
He does. Smile and wave, George. Smile and wave. That's Mr. Tarbuck, the owner of Happy Haven. I think we'll forget the sardine can.
I've had enough of her bloody singing. Why can't we go out?
Don't worry, Ernest, she'll get me into trouble.
No, I won't.
Thank you.
What am I supposed to do with this? Ernest!
Oh, Mr. Tarbuck. You're a little later than we expected.
And I can't stay long, neither.
Oh, this is sudden.
You're my third today.
Oh, I see.
Oh, don't just stand there, woman. Find me somewhere to put these.
Mr. Tarbuck. Leslie, that new gym's doing wonders for your physique.
Oh. I haven't got time for nookie, you daft cow. It's Christmas Day. Ho, ho, ho!
Oh, we've had their dinner.
I see. Ho, ho, ho. Right there. All together.
Mr. Tarbuck, we already had this one this morning.
Oh, come on, Valerie, do your duty. Ding dong merrily on high. The bells are ringing. Ding dong merrily on high. This present with angels sing.
She fancies him. She does. No better than she should be, that one. You know their trouble, these old people. They're all too bloody obedient. Too bloody obedient!
Here you go. Yeah, Fergus, can I have a top up, please? Yeah, sure.
Oh, he'll get another bottle down his neck, insert his backside into that armchair, rant his head off for a bit during the Queen's speech,
God bless her.
fall asleep during the national anthem, and snore all the way through the House and Ford movie.
Looking into the future, Diana, consulting your crystal ball again.
Oh, I don't need a crystal ball, Jonna. You're too predictable for that.
Mum.
Truth is, I won't be doing any of those things because there's no electricity. No, we're going to be reduced to breathing life into the dead art of conversation.
Oh, shut up.
What's your star sign, Violet?
Dad.
You'd never know it listening to my wife, but she's a Pisces. You know, poetic, melancholy and kind.
Dad, don't.
Jonna would rather I was like him. Boring, pretentious and bald.
Just stop it, will you? Just stop it. Going out now.
Now look at you, Tom.
Sam?
I'm just going to nip up and see how Claire's done.
We haven't asked you about your shop, Diana. How's business?
Oh, it's going very well, Violet.
Flattery. Oh, thank you.
Just a little something.
Thank you very much.
I can watch some telly, Ernest.
No, this is much more entertaining than bloody telly.
Hi, darling, how are you?
I'm fine. I think it was just the heat from the oven and the third glass of sherry was probably a mistake.
You not hungry?
No. How are things downstairs?
Ah, bah, humbug. Jonah's drunk. Diana's spitting teeth. Mum's enduring with extreme prejudice. And Sam's gone off and off.
And how did my poor abused turkey go down?
That's where the power cut came in handy. Meant no one could see the joins. You're not going to miss your pudding, are you?
Everyone likes to think of themselves living in the country, don't they? What with all this new age influence.
You mean crystals and whatnot?
Yes, just see the instruments I sell.
Here she is.
Claire!
Hey,
Are you feeling better? Yes, thanks.
Oh, pudding's up.
Oh, brandy, Fergus.
Oh, yeah.
Can I light it?
Have you got a lighter, Fergus? Mine's broken.
Oh, there's one on the mantelpiece.
This is my favourite bit of Christmas.
Oh, Sam, just in time.
Come on, Sam. Time for pudding.
God, she's doing it.
Oh, let us pray for a flame. Oh, my best beloveds. Concentrate, Sam.
Can we just light it, please?
Oh, my God! Did you drink on it? There's a bit more.
Oh, here, my darling.
Sure,
No
okay.
harm done then. I'll serve up then.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Yeah. for Claire.
Hey.
Hope you didn't forget to put a sixpence in, Mum.
Never miss. And the brandy butter's there. And Sam there.
Sammy? Brandy butter.
No, it's great.
Glass. How much more proof do you want, Fergus? She made the pudding, she cut it, she chose who got which piece. You think you know her? You don't know her? You did have a sister, didn't you, Violet? I've seen her photograph, and so's Diana. So where is she now? Hmm? Where is your sister now?
She's dead.
You're not sorry to be missing Christmas either, are you?
Relieved to be out the house.
All units from control.
All units. She knows fine well it's only us.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer out.
Sent a Happy Haven residential home for the elderly. Complaining Mr. Nesby Tarbuck.
He rolls up one trouser leg, he does. I hate that.
Jaguar XJR stolen from the premises. Suspects are a male IC1 and female IC1. Destination unknown.
Oh. Confirm age of suspects.
Dastardly criminals, both approaching 80, Sarge.
No. Miss Kessel and her boyfriend. Yeah, I know where they're going. Show us responding.
I drove bigger than this in the war, George. Armoured vehicles on occasion. Never had an accident.
I had hoped I'd die in my bed. You're dark soon.
Passport.
And you never told anyone?
It was best forgotten, Fergus. Even your dad never knew. My mother died, my father married again. His second wife got a daughter, my stepsister, Kitty. About my age, a bit older. Didn't last long.
They got divorced?
No, she died. His new wife died. She fell. There was some sort of accident, and there was a scandal. I was very young, I don't remember properly. And anyway, nobody told children anything in those days. And then the war came, and my father was sent overseas. And he was killed. Go on, son. Go and get that milk in seen to. My dad, my lovely dad. He used to say I was his best little girl, his little chickadee. She didn't fall, you know, Diana. She was pushed. Things had got very bad between her and my stepsister.
Her own daughter pushed her. But that's...
I was there. I saw it all. And I had to tell my daddy what I saw, didn't I?
Good riddance to bad rubbish, Daddy.
Don't blame yourself, Violet.
I see, so she still hasn't turned up yet. Right. Thank you, officer. Yes. Happy Christmas. I look what I found? Death certificate. Her beloved father, who she just told you died a hero in the war. He killed himself in Torquay. She's a barefaced liar. You know the old lady that's supposed to have turned up here last night? I just spoke to the police. Nobody's heard from her. Do you remember I saw a car stop at the top of the lane last night and then Violet went out and she was out for quite a while? What if that old lady is her sister? I mean, what if she's lying dead somewhere on the farm?
And what if Violet, the senile serial killer, achieves her master plan and murders you with a poisoned mince pie? Claire, what is it with you? You're completely paranoid.
Should hold it until the glue dries.
Yeah.
Hang on. That's it. No.
Got it?
Okay, go.
Cut.
Okay. Amazing what you can do with a Swiss Army knife.
No, it was a wicked present, Dad.
Haven't you two got anything more useful you could be doing?
Got it?
That's it.
Now for the final piece.
Where'd you say you found that?
In the mud by the slurry pit. No, don't let out of that, Dad. Let out of this.
Sam!
No, it's okay. I've used it already.
Oh. Here. Sam found your missing sister, Violet. Look.
I found her by the slurry pit.
What now?
What's that sound?
Emergency generator. They must have a power cut.
No. Listen.
There. Oh, I don't know what I just trod in, but it wasn't very nice.
Look.
Is that Violet?
For God's sake, Fergus. You've only got to look at him. He's the image of you. We can't keep this up forever.
Jonna brought him up. He's his father now. Sam loves him. Diana, what we... Wasn't even a one-night stand, you know. I was so drunk. I don't know how I managed it. Come on, Gary.
It's only a matter of time before Claire sees it too. Even if your mother knows.
Things have got to stay the way they are. Don't mean to be hard, but it was a long time ago.
Fergus, you begged me to marry you.
And you said no, and Claire said yes.
Oh, and we have to pay for that mistake for the rest of our lives.
It wasn't a mistake. I love Claire.
Sam!
Violet's got the baby.
Give poor Claire a break.
No, Mum. Mum.
Come on, let's get tonight's candles organised.
But, Mum, listen.
Rosie's gone.
Gone where?
Violet's got her. She's out here somewhere.
Oh, my God.
Violet!
Sammy, stay there.
Oh, this is hers. It's Kath's. I gave it to her for Christmas.
Thank you, God.
Fergus! Fergus!
What is it?
She pushed Claire in. She pushed Claire in this lorry.
No! What have you done?
Please, everybody move right back from here. Give us some space. All right, sir, we'll get you out of there. Brownie, get an ambulance. All right, sir, come on. Take her.
Dad. Can we go home soon, Dad?
Now look what you made me do. Power's back on. There's nothing more we can do, sir.
Sergeant, I'm
Not
sorry.
now, Miss Kessel. You can see what I'm dealing with here.
But, Sergeant, look. This is my friend's torch.
Body here.
But look.
Why don't you just tell me what happened out there, Mrs. Moon? Mrs. Moon?
I told you it was an accident.
No, it wasn't. You pushed her. I still can't believe it. She's always had it in for her. Twisted old cow. Pushed my sister in and killed her.
You know, Sam, this farm will all be yours one day. You ask your father.
Dad?
Sam.
Come on, Sam. I'm taking him home.
Fergus farm needs a proper family to survive. Man, wife, and sons.
Don't talk to me. Don't ever talk to me again. What to go with her?
My poor Kath. Not much of a life, was it? And in the end, I just made things worse. I'm a meddling old sow.
Lillian, don't. Nobody could believe Violet capable of 2 murders.
3.
What do you mean?
Constable, evidence. It's obvious, isn't it? Kath spent 60 years locked up for something Violet did, and it's high Violet paid for it.
Daddy? I'm still your chickadee.
some tea?
Oh, thanks, Miss Castle.
Nobody takes sugar, do they?
Oh, don't worry, I'll get it.
Dried up old spinster. I bet you're still a virgin.
You killed Kath's mother, didn't you? You pushed her off the battlements, and you blamed Kath. You got her locked away for 60 years. No wonder you were scared when I brought her back to you.
A slutty woman and a fat, ugly brat. We were all right, me and my daddy, till those two came along.
Do you know what, Violet? Kath never worked that out. You killed her for nothing. She didn't know your secret.
He died too. Broken heart, that's what they said.
That's what the seances were for, isn't it? Trying to contact your dead father.
Never came. Never. Not once.
Oh, Violet.
Mind you, neither did your boring bloody brother.
You had a family and you destroyed it. Your father, your stepsister, her mother, and that poor girl out there in the slurry tonight.
Oh, I didn't kill her. I didn't kill her.
All right, Miss Kessel. You've done enough. Mrs. Moon.
How could I have killed her?
Mrs. Moon, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to accompany my constable to the police station. Come along there, please.
I had the baby in my
Come along,
arms.
Mrs. Moon.
Give it to me, you bitch! I had the baby
Come on,
in my
don't upset
arms.
yourself now, Mrs. Moon. Come on.
Who's there?
Don't worry. It's only me.
So Violet tried to pin it on Diana? Good God. She got no shame. Lying old toad.
I tell you what, George. That's the last time I'm going to spend Christmas pining because I haven't got a proper family. Got one of those fig rolls.
I thought you didn't like them.
I could get used to them.
All right, but just the one. I'm not going to have you spoiling your appetite. Because there's no law that says you can't have your capon and all the trimmings at midnight, is there?
This your car, madam?
You know very well it's not, Sergeant.
Take it back tomorrow, eh?
Tomorrow's Boxing Day.
The day after tomorrow, then.
Will you drive, George?
Yeah, of course. Come on.
It's a shame this car's got to go back to Happy Haven.
The car's going back, Lil. But you're not.
Join hands with me, O my best beloveds, and we will fare safely into the world beyond. Close eyes with me, O my best beloveds, and we will see what may not be seen. Meet again those who have been gathered home. Now answer me, you sleeping spirits. Who will wake and answer me?
Hello, chickadee.
My son up a bus company.
No, in my house, you know.
One man against the system.
I'm willing to buy you out. You've just made a very serious mistake.
Colin Firth is Donovan Quick.
You must resist them. It only takes one person to inspire another and another and another.
Tomorrow.
Ever felt like changing your life forever? New drama now on BBC One. Paul Kay and Michelle Collins are on the search for 2,000 acres of sky.